everybody to
Well,
Conspiracy Brothers.
welcome. Welcome.
welcome. Ho, ho, ho.
Yo, man. You're a good-looking Santa Claus.
Oh, thanks, dude. You're looking pretty good for approaching a big birthday.
Yeah, we don't even need to say the number, but it's higher than 17.
It's the big He's hitting the big 3-0.
That's exactly right.
So all kinds of crazy shit going on in the world.
Man, it's like ramping up for the holidays.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere I look, man, it's like bah humbug. Nobody's like in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, it's pretty funny watching Joe Biden not know what city he's in.
Although, dude, in fairness, though, if I traveled that much, I might get mixed up, too. Because I remember there was a couple weeks when I traveled back in the day for work. And one of the people asked me one of the people at the airport or whatever asked me, so where are you headed? And I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah,
I had to think about it.
You know, if Trump did that once, like they would be all over him.
I know. And I know, I mean, he says plenty of stuff. Like, just show us what he said and we'll all laugh and just have that be the end of it.
Yeah. But I love these compilations. What else is going on? We wanted to get into what's that?
Go ahead, man.
Well, one thing I wanted to tell you and the viewers about is something I heard recently from one of my lovers. Not one of my lovers. Is that weed? And you gave me that killer weed.
I don't mess with that stuff, man.
That's that Soros weed.
That's for jazz musicians and idlers.
Dirty hippies.
That's right. I loved that comment, by the way. Shout out to whoever commented that.
I think, what was his name? Commie Bash.
Yeah.
What up, Commie Bash?
I like his style. I don't know what style it is, but I like it.
Seriously.
Yeah, and shout out to Tracy, too, for respecting just about every goddamn video, man.
And shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Ryan.
Ryan, fucking you're the man. You really are the man. I wasn't kidding.
Respect.
We appreciate that shit. It makes my day. I can't tell you. Like, it really does put a huge smile on my face when I'm like, oh my God, somebody appreciated what we did.
So thank you to the fans out there.
Yeah, we really appreciate that, man. In the holiday season, we all need to reach out to one another and offer good positive vibes wherever we can, because it's a pressure cooker out there. And that's just the parking lots.
Yeah. How about that? How people are still like trampling over each other for Black Friday.
How many TVs? Like, listen, I have a TV. I don't understand why people have to get a new TV every year. How many rooms do you have in your house? What do you do with the old ones? They're not really different. How well do you see?
Seriously. I mean, I don't know. Ripping shit out of kids' hands. I mean,
I can't believe it, man. And it's like the adults are way worse than the kids. Yeah. The kids actually are kind of almost born with a sense of fairness and justice and basic integrity and manners. But the adults just fuck it. I'm going to grab whatever I want.
Some fucked up shit. But yeah, we're bringing the good energy for the holiday season.
Hell yeah, man. I got to stay out of the stores, though. That really wrecks my energy.
Oh, yeah. Don't go to the stores.
No. I try to get, like, because, like, back in the day, being a kid, it was like, oh, we get to walk around the mall. It's going to be fun. There'll be some kind of creepy Santa Claus there, but we don't know he's creepy, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But nowadays, now I just look around at it, and I'm kind of like, God damn, how much money are people spending?
I know.
Why? How much of this bullshit do you need? Like, what are the new things that everybody's getting? Well, you know what I mean? Like, all these clothing.
It's so sad. But how much people spend on sneakers?
Well.
Oh, yeah, you're one of them.
No, I don't spend that much on them. I don't buy the Yeezys or whatever they're called. I stick to straight Nike Air Force Ones and Air Jordans.
I guess I'm just amazed at what they charge for those things. I mean, you're made with that slave labor. They're getting that's a big markup.
Well, I buy in the $100 to $150 range. I don't want anything that's going to get me shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. These kids are like, if I don't know, as a kid, if I was wearing sneakers, and it's not like I was from that like a bad neighborhood or anything, but if people knew I was wearing sneakers that cost $600 and I was like the only one that had them, they were gonna get ripped off my feet.
Yeah, I mean, only makes sense. But I wanted to ask you on another note though, before. Oh, that was another thing. We haven't talked about the post Joker experience.
Yes, dude, I'm traumatized by it. I feel like I need to sue.
So did it sit with you?
It's still sitting with me. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying no one should ever see it ever.
Chris saw it just so everyone knows, Chris saw it for the first time recently. I saw it for the third time, and I thought it was just as amazing. I still think about that first time seeing it. It's one of those.
All right. I just want to ask you, okay, I'm with you as far on the cinematic level. I would actually use the word masterpiece in terms of the way it's put together, especially the acting.
Hell yeah. If he doesn't win across the board, I mean, something's crazy.
I mean, what else is there to do as an actor?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, doesn't he? That's hitting it out of the park, right? I mean, I'm not a person in the profession like you, but wouldn't you say that's tremendous?
Yeah. That's why. I mean, his acting. That's basically like one of the reasons I love it. But also the music was amazing and the cinematography, and it touched on a lot of important subjects, I thought.
Although I just feel like it touched on them in a fairly demonic, totally like anti-human spirit.
Really?
I mean, the way I examine the movie is it's horrifying. It's really just, it's not even really a tragedy. It's really just kind of a torture because the mom is sorry, spoiler alert or whatever. Who cares? I hate that shit. But so the mom is the villain. She's just a clear villain. And the Joaquin Phoenix is just the unreliable narrator who's just the victim. And then he's the victim of everybody else. Like there's no core hero to the story. I don't understand the mythology of the story. To me, it's lacking in like heart. It has a hollowness to it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was interesting because just, there's been so many Joker performances,
Yeah, they've all been terrible. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Jack Nicholson was good for a laugh, but it's not scaring you.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this was fucking scary. It's scary to see him act like that.
It's so amazing that when you think about like Heath Ledger, when he did it, everyone was like, oh, there's no doing it better than that. And so that's why, again, I was so excited to see this and how much he took it to the next level,
Yeah. I think people should stop doing it now. I think this bar should just be set for a while.
Yeah, apparently Jared Leto's all bent out of shape because everyone loves this one better than his. Did you see his stupid performance?
No. Oh. I just saw his costume and I was like, ah! Yeah. It doesn't scare me in like a way that it just sort of makes me horrified at the state of the world that someone would put something like this out.
Yeah.
But the Joker movie actually, I don't know, because if you're a little bit of a person that has a little, anybody that feels like an outsider, people in creative professions, I'm just saying, it just, when you're down, you can empathize with not killing people or anything. That shit's stupid, but just feeling like just that the world is just this like fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
And the movie was just kind of like a horror movie. But I didn't want
people, because like you have Joker, the Joker character. He has to come from a fucked up background, Otherwise, like it doesn't explain why he's so crazy,
But he didn't overcome anything. He's not a hero. He just followed the tragic course set by the villain, his mother.
Well, I mean, I thought that you would love how he was, he wasn't trying to. It wasn't his goal to have people then like going after the rich, but that was what his, the dominance.
Yeah, no, I did like that part of it. I mean, the story is really good. I mean, I'm not going to criticize that aspect of it. I'm kind of going at it at sort of the mythology of the hero, like the structure of the narrative. And you can't. I mean, I'm not criticizing it. What the fuck do I know? But I'm just saying that the way it made me feel.
Right.
I wanted there to be not even a good character, but a character that has something good in them. Like there has to be some color in the black and white.
Well, he had good in him. I mean, remember he was like, he was making that little kid smile until the mom yelled at him, and then he was going in and like being a clown for the kids and making them laugh. I mean, he had like good in him.
Until yeah, and then the first 2/3 of the movie is the world beating the rest of the good out of him.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like this coup de grace, he turns into like a monster.
And he's not even really. I mean, he was just at the end. I mean, he was just ready to just kill anyone that wronged him. I guess it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't just random like any innocent people. I mean, it seemed like the people he was going after like fucked with him the wrong way.
Oh yeah. Like when the guy there, I mean, the one scene I admit, like I almost laughed if the rest of the movie hadn't been so dark, when the short person couldn't reach the door to get out.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But then how about this? Because I found it interesting that people were talking about how violent it is and all this and that. When you think about it, he only killed like 3 people.
Yeah, but
it's just
not violence.
They'll say that this is so violent, even though he's killing like 3 people. But like John Wick, where he kills like 500 million people. That's all good.
Like True Lies, like Arnold Schwarzenegger has he's like breaking the necks of 3 people at one time with 2 hands. I don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's the spirit of the movie. It's because you feel bad because he shouldn't be a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not who he really should be. And the only reason he is because he was destroyed by the villain, who's not even around to really answer. Well, I guess she does answer for it. So that is something.
Yeah.
But still, it's not anything that's going to make him feel better. It's just part of the tragedy. And that's why it's not even a good revenge tale because it's his mom.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what was missing. There was nothing for me to there's nobody for me to root for. I just kind of wanted it to just, you know what I mean?
I mean, I love seeing De Niro get it because I can't stand him anymore. And when I heard that he was when I heard that he was in it, I was almost like, I don't know, can I see this? But I had to see it, and I was glad to. I thought that scene was pretty powerful.
My God, man, that the tension, and what they did with his makeup for that scene, because I noticed, and I've only seen the movie once, but like I noticed they did something different with his Joker makeup, so it looks more like Skeletor or something when he's in the show. And for some reason, that during there, I was like, all of a sudden, like, oh fuck, man, no longer am I empathizing or even with this guy. Yeah. He just now is just fucking scaring me. He's like only like actually scary.
Yeah, because his makeup is, as you said, it's interesting when you look because it was off center. One wasn't symmetrical here, and then one eyebrow was up a little higher.
Yeah, that's probably what subtly disturbs. You know what I mean? It's that that disconnect.
They had like a teardrop.
Dude, if I ever ran into somebody like that on the street, I could really actually run if that happened to me. I'd actually become good at running for that instance.
Well, yeah, dude. Because I painted my face up like that for Halloween.
And I'm glad that I saw the movie after that.
Oh, really?
Because I would have just looked at you, and because you did it looked amazing. There should be a photo. You should put a photo up. And you looked amazing, and it didn't like trouble me. I was just like, oh, that's good makeup.
Yeah.
But now that I've seen the movie, I would just be like, dude, that. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun because I wore it out the makeup like out to the store, the grocery store, and people didn't know it was me. Because it's my regular grocery store. I'm friendly with everybody there, and no one recognized me. It was awesome. It was just.
This is after the premiere of the movie too.
Yeah, yeah. So it was freaking everybody out. It was great. But so I mean, overall, I still don't know. So did you like it or not like it?
I'm not that simple of a man. To me, like it upset me. But then again, Eyes Wide Shut upset me a lot too when I saw it when I was in younger.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw it and I was like, I left the theater and for days I had this like gross.
Oh yeah.
Like a gross fucking feeling. And I didn't even really know why. And I mean, now I know why, is it's basically a documentary.
Yeah.
But back then I was like, why is this so I mean, I knew the whole thing with the relationship was really gross.
Yeah.
And it's all, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's not good or it's not truthful, but it's gross.
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw that and I didn't really, know what to make of it because I didn't know all the things that I know now about, Pedogate. And what really scares me is something I didn't see the first time at all. Is in I think like one of the last frames of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, in the store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember just like goes off with those men.
Yeah. I'm like, what is going on? And that wasn't really ever even discussed. And I remember reading the early reviews, and I was just like, wait a second, did people see the same movie I did? Why is that? He's just with the little what?
And can you believe that they cut out like 45 minutes? Like, what's in the 45 minutes that they cut out?
Oh man, I'd pay green money for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that's in the Vatican. They got that shit locked in the Vatican with all the other goodies.
Yeah.
All the space rocks and alien spaceships. I know they have good stuff at that Vatican, man. I know.
Oh yeah, big time.
Those creeps.
They're gonna get it though. Their time is coming.
I hope so, man. If I were Trump, I would just be like, "Yo, we're taking all your goodies."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't mean child buttocks. I mean logical artifacts.
Yeah.
It's almost great. Like I feel like it's almost like cliched now to talk about the priests.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? They're so old news, man.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
Yeah. So the joke. I mean, I do think if you're in the right mindset, I wouldn't recommend that anybody do heavy doses of psychedelic drugs and see it. That I don't recommend.
Yeah, no. But it was. Oh, I was gonna say, Joker. I think I heard that there's like a half hour cut out of that as well. That'll be in the director's cut.
Thank God, I'll never see it. I'll never see it. I wish I could like there was a way you could unsee a movie, like a tattoo removal.
Yeah, well, that's like that the Jim Carrey movie, wasn't that? Where he had the memories removed.
Yeah, that's another movie that I just was so sad and stuff. It was like this is too good and yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just run from emotions. Maybe that's one of my problems.
Yeah, man.
I don't like feelings like that.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, I watched this scene. It came up on my Instagram, and it was a scene from Rocky. I believe it's Rocky 4. And so Rocky 4, and it's when Rocky goes back to the gym. That's all dilapidated now. And then he's like, he sees the memory of him and Mick in the ring. And so the scene I'm talking about.
Oh my God, it's devastating.
Yeah, so it made me like bawl my eyes out just one scene. Of course, man. And so after I did it, then I was like, a couple hours later, I was like, oh, I want to watch that scene again. And I was like, maybe it won't make me cry again. So, and then it made me bawl again. And then I did it that time. So
we're alike, but that's
emotional exercise.
Yeah. I wonder if that's why you're more emotionally regulated than I am, because for some reason, if there's something that makes me, I'm just like, oh, no, I ain't going down that road. Yeah. And you kind of run toward it, which is admirable.
Yeah, well, that came from the acting thing, I think, because I was, you have to like get in touch with your feelings and bullshit and whatnot, So
that's why you guys all crazy.
Well, it was something that I was not ever to really use in a movie. Was my ability to just cry on cue. And I've shown people it, and it's just it's so easy for me. I mean, there's so many fucked up things to think about. You know, you just think about it, and then boom.
Man. I mean, that's amazing. You have like a lot of emotional depth as a person.
Oh, thanks, dude. So
I think you
just keep it bottled up.
I don't have much emotional. I don't know, man. Thanks. I appreciate that, but I think maybe on my best day, I have a little bit of intellectual depth, and that's just on my best day. But the rest of the time, I'm more just like a bumbling, like half reptile.
No. I'm just eager for you to get up on stage, start doing some stand-up comedy.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I actually was looking up that place, the Rec Room in Huntington, Huntington Beach. So I was looking if they do an open mic night, and I think they do.
Mm. Well, yeah, you should definitely do it.
Yeah, I think it's on Sunday. It looks like it's on Sunday nights. So it's obviously for people who don't go to work much. But
yeah,
you know what? I'm just gonna do it anyway. Like I've decided if there's stuff I want to do, I'll just be dog tired, and that's just the way it's gonna be.
Yeah, there you go.
Like you can't miss out on life, man.
Yeah, it's funny because the Laugh Factory near me, I walk by and I see people that are waiting in line to do the open mic. It's on Tuesdays there though. And
have you ever tried?
No, not really.
Why not? Do it, man.
Yeah, it's on my list. I always, I'm trying to come up with bits, but it's, I think the way I would want to do it is just like telling the stories, because, that whole like joke writing thing, like Sebastian was talking about how he doesn't write jokes, like say like Seinfeld. Seinfeld, right? He has like a mathematical formula for joke writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Sebastian said that he doesn't do that at all. He just tells a story and tries to like, find the funny things in it or whatever.
And that's a lot more evolved comedy. Like I noticed Bill Maher is the same way. Like he has a standard pattern of joke. Yeah. And it sometimes will make me laugh. Although lately I almost will say he's dead to me. I won't say that yet.
Yeah.
Because he was in DC Cab, and that's why he's still alive to me.
He used to be cooler though, man. I mean, I agree with him on a certain number of things, but like largely he's just so. Plus, I've met him, and he's just such a little troll.
You met him?
Yeah. I saw him in. There's this fancy grocery store that I went to a couple times, and to get this like special protein bread, but then they started charging like $12 for it. I'm like, I can't spend $12 on a loaf of bread. No matter how much protein's in it. But yeah, I saw him there, and he was just so ugly in person, man. Uglier than you would think. Oh, man. And the way I saw how he treated some people there, and I was not impressed.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah.
That's a shame, man. Because I always thought I was always hoping he's one of those guys who didn't forget where he actually came from and never let the machine distort his soul. But I can watch his show now, and I can tell. I'm like, this is just bought and paid. I can tell the bits that were paid for.
Yeah.
By who? Like, there's always a segment at the beginning that seems like was like funded.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's really, the show is weird, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of big different ownership over there at HBO, because it ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, definitely not.